So in social media, there's been a lot of reports and a lot of talks around Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez fighting. Now, you've seen Teofimo Lopez sort of put out there who does the fans want to be his next fight, and it's an overwhelming sort of result for Shakur. And Shakur said he's down for the fight. So if Teofimo and Shakur Stevenson fight, if it's at 140, how do I think that fight plays out? So I think initially both guys are absolutely world-class boxers and right at the top end of this sport. I was going to say, Teofimo's a lot bigger than Shakur, but they're the same height. They're both 5'8". Teofimo's definitely got the bigger frame. He's fought at 140. He's a champion at 140, where Shakur's never fought at 140 before. But I think Shakur would be looking to move up at some point. And that would be Shakur's fourth weight division. Of course, Teofimo Lopez did fight at 135 previously and was a world champion at 135 and undoubtedly one of the top guys there because he is a world-class boxer. And Teofimo boasts wins over the likes of George Kambosos Jr., Lomachenko, and Arnold Barboza Jr. Of course, his only loss was to George Kambosos, which he avenged in a rematch. And of course, got a win over Lomachenko, was close. Arguably, Lomachenko won that fight, but Teofimo put on a great performance and very competitive. And he left the win with the win, which is all that matters at the end of the day. Got a win over Lomachenko on his record. Had a great performance against Arnold Barboza Jr. in my opinion. Arnold Barboza Jr. being a undefeated world champion when he fought Teofimo Lopez, and Teofimo Lopez pretty convincingly beat him. Really sort of exposed Arnold Barboza as maybe not being as high level as we thought, or just once again showed us how good Teofimo Lopez is. Of course, Shakur Stevenson's coming off a great win against William Zepeda, where he absolutely, in my opinion, took Zepeda to school. And again, William Zepeda was an undefeated interim world champion when he fought Shakur. And again, Shakur just showed him levels. The same way Teofimo done to Arnold Barboza, Shakur did to Zepeda in their last fights. Of course, Shakur is still undefeated, and this is his third weight division. He's an undefeated world champion. If he was to move up again and fight Teofimo, that would be his fourth weight division. Now, no doubt, these would be huge paydays for both guys. You've got a three-weight undefeated world champion against a former undefeated two-weight world champion. Well, he wasn't undefeated two-weight world champion. He was a world champion at 135 and now a world champion at 140. So a two-weight world champion. That's a great fight. That's very marketable. Both guys will sell the fight the same way Teofimo Lopez is known to do, and the same way Shakur can do as well. He'll get in his bag a bit. But if that fight is to happen, I don't know who wins that, because it's obviously a fight I've never really considered until both guys started calling each other out, because I'm like, well, Shakur's at 135, Teofimo's at 140. Shakur's not even cleaned out 135 yet. There's still a couple of guys there from at 135. So before he looks to go to 140, ideally I'd want him to fight some of those guys at 135. But assuming he just goes straight to 140, what happens in that fight? It's hard, because Shakur, in my opinion, probably is the best defensive boxer we've got in the sport right now. But the way Shakur fought Zepeda isn't the way he's going to be able to fight Teofimo Lopez, because Teofimo Lopez poses completely different stylistic questions for Shakur to answer in that fight, right? Whereas Zepeda was going to apply pressure, going to throw 200 punches around, regardless of what Shakur was throwing back at him. Teofimo Lopez, he'll make you miss, he'll dance around you, and he'll land his own shots, and punch for punch, Teofimo Lopez is definitely the bigger puncher. But again, it would definitely be a chess match, because both guys are very high IQ boxers, and both guys are counter punchers too, for the most part. They're counter punchers too, so I could potentially see this fight actually being quite a boring fight. I would have to give the edge to Shakur Stevenson, because I don't know, man, maybe not. Because Teofimo can bang, and Shakur doesn't get caught though. Shakur doesn't really get caught. I mean, unless Teofimo could corner Shakur the same way Zepeda did, and then you've got him in a corner, and if you can unload on him, Teofimo definitely punches harder than Zepeda as well, punch for punch. But that's sort of the nature of Zepeda's style, where he'll apply pressure, he'll wear you down. He's not a huge one-punch KO artist. He'll wear you down, and then come the 7th, 8th, 9th round, he'll exhaust you and then stop you. Whereas Teofimo Lopez, he'll prod, he'll set traps, he'll find the opening, and then a big counter shot rock you, finish you, or just keep you on the back foot for the entire fight, just have you on skates, and you're too afraid to sort of open back up. That could be the case, right? Both guys are great boxers. I almost want to go with the bigger guy because Teofimo Lopez is a great boxer. He beat Lomachenko, which is an amazing win to have on your resume. I don't care who you are. I want to go with Teofimo. Teofimo can get wild, though. He can get wild. And Shakur, Shakur, no matter what he does, he's going to stay disciplined in there. He's not going to take unnecessary risks. And he's going to work you out. And if he can, over that 12 rounds, he's going to find the openings and he's going to start to make you pay. It's hard. I'm flip-flopping. I want to go with Shakur, though. Honestly, I want to go with Shakur. That was what my heart was saying initially. That's what my brain's saying as well. I think Shakur could win that fight. But if that fight is to happen, it won't be until next year. I think both guys have sort of said they'll be looking to have that fight next year. And like I said, it'll be a huge payday for both guys too. So I'd be curious to know what you guys think of this fight. Do you think Shakur Stevenson could beat Teofimo Lopez at 140? Or do you think Teofimo Lopez has got too much experience and he's too big of a boxer to let Shakur Stevenson win another world championship in another weight class? I'd be curious to know what you guys think in the comments below. But yeah, another episode of the Seth Side Quest in the bag, and I'm out. Peace.